And a big screen. Hi, I'm Adam C and welcome to the Japanese festival at Silverstone. We've got the drift cars returning into their paddocks. And a foursome of MX-5 Mark 1s. We've got a duo of chasers, supercharged V8, and then the drift taxi chaser. 1,000 brake 2J in the GT86. What an absolute racket to start off this video. Well, it seems a busy one this year. I've got so many cars to look around. I managed to get the Chaser on display, drove through the grounds, and it's still dirty from Northern Ireland, so I've written a note, but it's there with the top cars of the show. We'll have a look at those a little bit later because there's music around, but for now, let's see if we can find any needles in this haystack of MX-5s. Like the very sparkly pink example with custom interior, and there's this Minnie Mouse. It's Team Dynaco! Now, I don't know about you, but I don't believe this exhaust fits. I love the ingenuity here. They've had to cut a hole in the bonnet to feed the intercooler for the turbo on the MX-5. I'm sure we'll see plenty MX-5s later. We've got this Celica here with a quote, "You reap what you sow." Unfortunately, I'm not that good at sewing. I'm reckoning you could almost squeeze the engine block of a Celica inside that exhaust. I'm just gonna pop downstairs. These ain't stairs. This duo of rally and Gymkhana legends is quite something to have a look at. So the Ken Block inspired Subaru and the Castrol Celica GT4. Now Adam C Fest is very, very close, and I am hosting a rally and touring car celebration at the show for like road replicas of touring cars and rally cars. So cars like that, if you've got them, get involved, get your car on display, might win an award. Ka-chow. At my show on the 3rd of May, we're also going to have a top 25 section as normal, and this BRZ was one of the first cars that I approved. And as part of that display, there's also a top 25 parade into the show, so you can watch the procession of cars rolling in. If you send me a picture of your car, if you think you want to be on the top 25, I might still have some spots. So we always get a good amount of JDM at the show. This S15 sat so nicely, bit of camber on the rear, and then there's nothing micro about this micra section. And they've all got something on them. Like, you've got the twin pea-shooter trip hazard exhaust system on this vibe. I'm also looking for wheel inspiration for my Twingo, which I'm going to reveal at Adam C Fest. Like, I think these are 4x100 wheels as well, but I can't go too deep. I mean, these might be all right. I'll look into it. I want my Twingo to look like that, you know, slammed, decks to the ground with some fanky wheels. Fanky wheels. Mark my word, they will be fanky. To be honest, sat like this, impact bumpers in the colour that I'm going to reveal, which isn't red, and some 3-spokes. Well, we've come to a sparkly gold front end on an S14, and this Legacy here. Now, I presume it's on air ride, and then I'm presuming that this lag and then FU, so maybe he doesn't like the lag. That either means he's got a lot of lag, turbo lag, or none of it at all, so it's naturally aspirated. And I'm seeing a turbo, I'm seeing a 2J, so a Supra-powered Legacy. And I managed to miss this car somehow when it arrived. I did just film a arrivals video, go check that out if you haven't already. But this Toyota Chaser is in a beautiful colour. It's like a metallic bluey violet with a bit of pearl on it. There's, there were flames from that Advan Skyline R33, I don't know if you saw that. And you've got the low spoiler, Tourer V, and the Origin Labo rear end. I do like a Primera. There'll be some touring cars at my show. This one is coilovers perhaps, then it'll be lower Oh, there's an artist display here. It's a movement. What is it? A Nissan Cube with pens. I don't know if we're meant to be drawing on the entire body. Normally it's just the bonnet, but everyone's extended the drawing over to the rest of the car. That's fine. Aaron wasn't here, so it wasn't Aaron. It's all around the car now. Oh, curtains, look at that, it's comfy inside. So I hope that's going to be okay, that people have done that. Something is exploding in the background. Here's another car that will be on the top 25 display of Adam Seafest, the Need for Speed Underground 2 350Z. Now I found the GTR section, don't know if you noticed. Oh lordy, there's a lot of them. I'm just going to use this as a passageway to get through. We've got too many in the country. Now there's been Civics, I think there's an EP3 section over there, it's very popular. One's been popping and banging and exploding and killing its engine and internals. 1, 2, 3 testing. Pink GT86. Hello, Doug. And another intruder in the Honda section is this JZX 100 Mark II. Now, I can hear another Civic. Well, this one started up, but the other one's still going. I think this is about the 10th time he's done this round of revolutions. Yeah. And that leads us to this BB with a small version of itself on its roof. And Patricia here. These are the BB open decks. They have this really useless open deck here that would otherwise be more useful if it had a roof. So they did that. There's Patricia again. And this one's got knobbly nankangs. Whilst I said there'd be more MX-5s, I didn't think I'd come across them so quickly. But this, oh, blinds me. I didn't bring my sunglasses. I can't even. Right, it's got an aluminium bonnet that you can't really see very well if you're in person. Oh yes, there's the MX-5. You cannot even slip a pinky in. No. And likewise next door, the R34 Millennium Jade, also as low as it can go. Turbo setup on display. Another pearl chaser. This is a metallic pearl. I do wish I went metallic. It gives more of a pearl with the, oh well. Now this was the car of the show at Adam Seafest last year. And it's not just because this carbon tub. This is a dragster. And it's got plates. It drives to and from events. It's got its new look in blue now, although I can't see its driving wheels. Normally it's got spare front wheels to drive on that are more legal, but it might have been traded here today. But good to see the car of the show from last year's Adam Seafest back on display. Now we've got a Glanza doing Glanza things. And you now join me underneath the spoiler of a 350Z. We're in the Z section, the Society, with 350s and 370s. There's a Nismo here. There's even a Datsun Z next door to the most vibrant pink 350 of the scene. Can't read Japanese. Rolling up some loo roll. It's just had a little moment. Evos are next. Pink, yellow, good color, best color maybe. Mitsubishi Motors livery. And then of course probably the most common color on the Mitsubishi Evo. That sums up half the MOTs here. Special mention to this though, you've got an Integra DC2 front end on a Honda Del Sol. It's got a carbon fiber bonnet on it, but there you go, there's your evidence of what car it actually is. I've not really seen that being done before. And in a similar sense, yes, you probably guessed it, this is not a Toyota Chaser. So it's a Chaser front end that has been beautifully grafted onto a Toyota Cresta. So similar, but not the same. That doesn't line up. Even the folds don't line up. They are different body shapes, but that's what they've done. And you can see on the magazine of the Cresta there, that's what a Cresta front end should look like. So it's still a JZX 100, so it's the same generation, but you can see actually it's not just, you know, tweaked headlights and front bumper setup. They are very different shaped cars. It's a Chaser front end, never seen that before. And next door you've got that old track by the Police, Blizzard in a Bottle. It's an MX-5, quite a rare colour, and brown interior. That is a work of art. Well, there's something about the single wiper stuck up, looks a bit middle fingery. I saw this Sora in a recent video of mine. I mean, I'm biased because my Chaser has a Vertex kit, but I think this looks spectacular. Now in my arrivals video, I did point out the number plate and wondered why. He showed me his Lambo doors, but the bananas are a newfound reason. Luckily no one's, what are they made of? They're like, ugh. I just heard of V8, so I'm skipping a few cars for now. Ah, it's the BN Sports LS. know that my camera doesn't quite like the loud pops and bangs, it's the microphone. But we've got more. Oh, it's another EP3, isn't it? Trying to eat their Battenberg and tangerines. Now, I saw and heard this RX-7 as it came in. I was trying to guess the engine. I might have mistakenly said 2J because it is actually an RB. Turbo's on the other side. I should have guessed because the exhaust is on the other side. The RB powered FC Mazda RX-7. There's an entire kitchen that's been set up. But for our next revolutions, we heard, it's the Rocket Bunny S14. Now, it's not an SR in this anymore. No, it is not. There's probably some clues elsewhere, but you've got side pipes, and it's an off-roader Rocket Bunny. Oh, here we go. Bit of a VIP barge section. Toyota Crowns mostly. Some estates, very early Toyota Crown. Maybe they are all Toyota Crowns. In fact, yep, it's the Toyota Crown section. Oh no, there's a Mark II, there we go. So they're not all Toyota Crowns, but most of them are. There's probably the most amount of curtains in any section, as you can see on this Toyota Crown. We've got curtains, and you've got the, you know, delicate embroidery or whatever it's called. Something your nan would have in her bathroom. Toyota Crown athletes, estates. Well, a carbon front end on a Datsun is something I wasn't expecting to see. Well, I was, because I saw it as it arrived in my arrivals video that you've got to check out. But look, that's not something you've necessarily noticed before. Also got another RX-7 here, looks beautiful. Saw this at a recent Venga World meet, and then this PS13, always a favourite. It's peculiar, some things you see. We've cable tied the boot lid of a GT86 to the rear of a GT86. So I guess that was the boot lid that was on that car. And but while some awards are being given out behind me, the music around this section has died down. This is where I am parked, and some of the best cars of the show are as well, like this immaculate Corolla. Have a look at the plum interior inside that. And this is a genuine top secret GTR. This was Smokey's personal car. It's been in its current hands for the last 10 years, no longer owned by Smokey. I think it's signed by him somewhere, and it has won the best car in show. And another star of the show today, this is the DC Customs R33 GTR. I think this is just about to win an award itself. Look how clean it is underneath. It's their own custom color as well. It's not Millennium Jade, it's not anything like that. Inside, it's all freshly retrimmed as well. Now, if this logo is anything to go by, this is a very rare car to see in the UK, the Scion FRS. So not a GT86, not a BRZ. This came in on a trailer. It's got this beautiful airbrushing. Don't know if you can see, it's like hair fibers on it. And the sills have got this beautiful engraving down the side of it to the rear end. It's such a rich shade of cherry red. And then we've got Leonardo da Vinci's car. This is the Mona Lisa. So he's taken it from the Louvre in Paris to this festival at Silverstone. Obviously, the Mona Lisa from Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift with the nitrous oxide between the seats. To me, this looks like a very accurate representation of the legend from Fast and Furious. And we saw a car being drawn on earlier. Well, I never expected an R34 to be one of those cars. Fortunately, no one has drawn on the carbon fibre yet, from what I can tell. But it seems gone are the inventive quotes and humour. Everyone's just doing Instagram tags, but I like that. Now, I can't quite come up with a name for this section. It's kind of, you know, K cars and K vans, but there's also, well, not K bikes, but you know what I mean, these JDM bikes, as well as Henry over here. The best Hoover in all the land is turned into a little mobility tricycle thing. And then this was the first thing I saw arrive. I think it was being towed by like a Subaru or an Evo from memory. I've never seen anything like this before. So the door is on this side. It's not like an Isetto that opens on the front. And it must be a drivable Japanese small mobility car with a bit of camber on it. And then you've got these more Honda Actis at the rear with the Chocomel livery on this one. And then for this grouping, we have the Autozam AZ1, the Honda Beat, the Suzuki Cappuccino, and the Daihatsu Copen. So all four different manufacturers and their own 660cc sports cars, convertibles and non-convertibles on display with each other. But for our final few over this side of the circuit, we've got this Lexus. I think this is beautiful. I mean, you know, modern Toyota Chaser vibes about it. The chrome, I just tripped. The chrome wheels are gorgeous, tucked into the arch here. Oh, look at the boot. That's amazing. They've blended the duck lip spoiler into the line of the boot and the arch as well. That is one of my favourites of the day. Now, this is something I've been told about. This used to be a GT86, but unfortunately for the car, the very reliable engine is gone. When I say very reliable, I mean the boxer engine that isn't, because this now is a race or drift simulator. So you've got a desktop inside and a big screen to go drifting. So they've used the car and they've turned it into this static display for car shows. Just going to do a little walk around with this cambered selection. We've got the Civics and the S2000, and then further up the GT86 and even Toyota Chaser as well. And beyond their club, we've got a couple of Lambo door-wielding vehicles. This GT86 with a new badge, which reads Hachinyaku. I'm guessing. So, Lamborghini doors on a GT86, and inside it's completely custom as well. And neighbouring its matching MX-5, we've got the Zenki S14. We saw this here last year. It's recently had a lot of work done to bring it back to the same appearance as it was last year, but it's been a very long journey for him to get it ready for this show, again with the Lambo doors. And next we have the Skylines and RX-8, which are all back to back. Advan livery on the R33, yellow R32, the violet R33 with some words on it, and not enough room to squeeze through to see the rest. But after walking under the tunnel to the other side, we finally have it! It's the combo of the century! I've been waiting to see more than one century together, because that literally is, you can't get any better combo than that. It is the combo of the century. Centurions is a word without spaces. So is weird. So obviously the Century was Toyota's V12 VIP barge, and in front of the combo is more of the combo, another Century for the absolute combo of the century. And it is a pity that these two are tucked out the way. Even the Civic, it's very clean. S2000, this arrived with the RX-7, so got overshadowed a little bit, but the wide body S2000 is another favourite of the day. Very yellow, very bright, but not as bright as this. So this is inspired by the, I think it's Ori Amemiya kit, but he made it all himself. It was white last season, but now he's put the livery on it, and this is absolute perfection. This is one of my favourites of the day, if not my favourite car from this show, the Mazda RX-7. Cars are now slowly starting to leave. I'm going to film a quick cars leaving video. There's some chases up there. So we've got the last few cars of the day, but I'm glad I found this in the show so I can actually inspect it, get some more pictures of the Mazda RX-7. But I'll leave with this section, the Nissan Bluebird, the Toyota Sierra, and behind, beyond the MR2, we have a car that confused me a little bit. It looks like a Rover, but it certainly is not. The Honda Concerto. Obviously they shared a platform with Rover, and I didn't know they made a convertible. But the reason I didn't think they made a Honda Concerto Cabriolet is because they didn't. This is a Rover, or was a Rover. It's got the Honda engine, and they've swapped the Honda front end onto it, badges, steering wheel, everything, to turn it into a Honda Concerto Cabriolet, which I think is amazing. So they're about to change the rear end, put the JDM rear lights on, cut into the bumper, put the JDM number plate there. I think this is going to look fantastic, maybe in championship white. It's amazing. This is one of my highlights for the day. But the floodgates opened after the drift session finished. I walked through the public car park, and now I am at the exit of the show to film the cars leaving. But of course that will be in a separate video, so make sure you hit that bell when you subscribe to be notified for that next video. It's going to be a bit difficult one. Police are already here camping and working out what to do. So that was the Japanese festival at Silverstone. I'll see you all at Adam C Fest on the 3rd of May. Tickets in the video's description. Get your car applied for top 25 as well. But for now, thanks for watching.